Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit take2radio.com.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is David Solani, and I'm acting co-host for Take Two Radio Soaps and Review, a very special episode. This is our 4th year on the air, and this wouldn't be all possible if it wasn't for a brave lady named Pam. Liz?
Pam, I just want to say a very happy anniversary. This is the broadcast that Pam built, and I'm very honored to be a part of it, and I thank you, lovely lady, for getting it all started.
Miss Tamara?
Yes, happy anniversary, and thank you for this wonderful opportunity and for this wonderful program. I know it's been a lot of hard work, sweat, and cheers, so I just want to say happy anniversary.
Thank you very much, ladies. It means a lot to both of us. It's hard to keep something like this going. We hope to continue it as long as we can, and we both respect and thank you for your contributions, for your participation, and your grace and your manners and everything that's about it. We appreciate all of you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I want to, since we don't have any callers right now, I thought we'd go around the room a little bit about our favorite scenes in each show. So why don't just our favorite? It doesn't have to be recent. We'll go on with a recent in a little bit, but I just wanted to try something a little different. Tamara, pick a show and your favorite scene of all time.
Oh, gosh, I'll have to go with General Hospital, and off the top of my head, say Luke and Laura's wedding.
Were you watching then?
Yes.
Yeah, you were. I was not at the time. I think I was just getting into soaps I was just getting into them. I was still stuck on my, watching my mom's, because she was on CBS and she wasn't on there. But what made it special for you?
It was good storytelling, even though I didn't agree with how they got together and that whole rape issue. But putting that aside, I just really enjoyed General Hospital at that time. Still do, but that was just one of my favorite things. I enjoyed the disco, and I think Tony Geary is probably the reason that I really enjoyed it. He's so talented, and of course Jeannie is too. But
yeah, and she was just a kid herself.
Oh yes.
And he is that much older than her, which was hard to believe because they tried to romanticize seduction, if I'm not mistaken, right? And that's kind of hard to do on television.
And it was so popular, and all of my friends were watching it, so was easy to talk about it. You had someone to talk about it with. Of course, you didn't have social media back in the
Right, we didn't have social media back then.
Right, but I didn't know my husband then, but he had told me that after we got together that he had skipped some classes at college to watch wedding. He's going to shoot me for saying that. I'm just kidding. I mean, he's going to, oh my gosh, I can't believe you told that. Anyway.
Oh, that sounds great. So that was special for both you and your husband.
Right, and even though, because I was surprised that he knew so many of the characters, and so it's like, how do you know so much about this soap? It's kind of worried me there for a second, but like, oh, we all watched this in college, and then he would ask me, well, what happened to so and so? So
he got hooked before you did.
Yeah.
Sounds like. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
I know that feeling very well. How about you, Liz? What's your favorite moment of all time?
One of my all-time favorite moments, there are many, but Days of Our Lives, when Hope, this is going back years ago, Hope was going to marry the district attorney. I think his first name was Larry. I think it was Larry White was his name. And Bo was in a detective agency with a guy named Howie, this kind of short, stocky guy who always had a cigar in his mouth. And Bo wanted to stop her from marrying him. So the bride walks up the aisle, and Larry lifts the veil, and it's Howie. And in the meantime, Bo had gotten Hope, and there's Hope in her wedding gown riding on the back of Bo's motorcycle. So I think that's one of my all-time favorite moments.
That was I think I was watching it then. I remember that pretty fondly,
It was just hysterical. It was just hysterical because, like, the look on Larry's face when he pulls the veil back and it's Howie and all of that. And I think I'm trying to remember if he had the cigar, maybe not, but it was just hysterical. And, it's just a great humorous moment. So.
It was. It proved there was a lot of humor in soaps back then, wasn't there?
Oh yeah. A lot of heartache too, but yes, a lot of humor.
A lot of humor. Okay, you got mine. Oh, I have so many. This is hard to reach. I'm gonna, of all time. All right. Do you remember how many? Did you guys ever watch As the World Turns?
Yes.
No, I didn't watch that.
One of my favorite soaps. I was crushed when it was canceled.
My favorite moment was the Douglas Cummings story. Remember, Douglas was a restaurateur, and he was getting involved with Franny Hughes.
I don't think I was watching it then.
That was with Julianne Moore. Yeah, she was in it at the time.
Yes.
And it turned out, actually, the story was called Somebody to Watch Over You story, and it was all about, and Franny's stepmother, Kim, was getting messages from "It's glad to see you again," and secret admirer messages, and she was getting worried, and then at the end they found out that Douglas was just a young kid starting out, and she was working at a nightclub where Kim was singing, and he's been the one that was sending all these admiration notes to Kim while he was dating Franny.
Oh, wow.
And it got very horrid. It got very horrid because he was with a very possessive manager who wanted Douglas for herself, and she would kill for him because she used to say she didn't like certain people and she would kill them. It goes back quite a way, so it's back when Julianne Moore was first starting on that. So that was one of the best stories I've seen on daytime, because it was well thought out, and it was written by Douglas Marland, who is no longer with us.
Okay.
So that was mine. I thought that was a nice touch to bring in our favorites, just to warm each other up.
Okay.
So, Tam?
Yes.
Let's hit the B&B. For any of us who want to call in and talk about Bold and the Beautiful, it's 1-718-506-1540, and don't forget to press 1. So, Bold and the Beautiful is on, and I'd like to start off, Tam, by saying Zenday is an a-hole. And you can take it from there. Can you? Do you agree or not?
Oh, I don't know why that just made me tickle. I'm sorry. Well, I thought it was selfish, Nicole, to just say, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this, and well, first of all, I think it's just selfish of Rick and Maya to expect her to give up her youth again. She's in her, let her enjoy. I assume she's in her 20s. Let her enjoy her life a little bit. My goodness. But so that I'm disappointed in them. But I didn't think Zenday and Sasha actually slept together as in intimacy. Sure. I thought that she crawled in bed with him.
I couldn't be sure. Could she have just done that just to make it look? Just to make it look like that?
Right. But, yeah, I thought, well, I didn't think they danced, but maybe they did. And I missed it. So, or maybe they're leaving that open for interpretation or for writing. I don't know.
I couldn't. I couldn't figure it out. But one thing, he hasn't yet come forward and said that nothing did happen or didn't happen. So I guess they are leaving it up. But does he know?
Well, I mean, you would think he would know, but
she didn't stop to find out the answer either, and she probably didn't care.
No, she didn't care.
She was just, it irked her that she was there, period. But, I got to give her credit for, I had a hunch that she was going to change her mind. At the last minute. I was so glad. I said, when I first heard that she said yes, and then you hear me responding on Facebook saying, oh, I can't believe this. And then, I was glad. I mean, she had. It's a tough call. I see it that she really loves her sister, and she probably wants to do everything she could. And I was glad that she pulled out, because I didn't think she was really into it when she first said anyway.
Right, because she had went there to say, I love you, but I'm not going to be able to do this for you. And I think that she was a little guilt-ridden into making that hasty decision.
Yeah, I think so. It's just sad, but the thing is, I don't know. Would you? I wouldn't take him back, because he's the type to when the going gets tough, he ups and leaves. He didn't give it time. He just went. He reacted and did not think.
Right.
And I hope she cools. I hope they find someone new for her, because they need someone to, test that triangle.
Yes, and to go back to the same Sasha in between them. I think it's time to bring someone else in to that mix.
Someone new. And were they teasing? You think they were teasing us when they were putting Thomas with Sasha? I was hoping for something.
I was too. I really liked their chemistry, and I thought they were great together. So I'm not sure. I don't know, unless the actor's schedule didn't allow it. I don't know. And that's maybe why they had to go in another direction. I'm not really sure.
And she was Sasha was really being very mature about her decision to back out with Thomas because of the baby.
Yes.
Because of Douglas, and then they throw her right back in Zende's face.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little disappointed that, oh no, here we go again. We've been down this road so many times.
Yeah, we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it again. We hope they learn from it.
Right.
It's just that I don't think there are many people left on that show that they can do that. Someone has to be brought in just to stir it up, I think it seems like everybody's been with everybody.
Right.
Once or twice. And there's no one else to mix it up with. So that's the difficult part.
I was kind of hoping they were going to put her with Rick, that during this pregnancy that she and Rick bond, and that creates problems because it really would be their child. And I was kind of hoping they were going to go in that direction, but I don't know that they are.
I know. If they want to test those waters.
Right.
She is awfully young for him, too. And that would create some tension there. So there's a possibility too that we could write in
I think it would be interesting to see their dynamics. Because Rick was very consoling and tried to comfort her.
And then it will be hard because she would have to live with the guilt of making her sister unhappy.
Yes.
There's so many emotions to be dealt with in that. I wonder, they could be trying it, and they're probably going through. They probably have gone through those trials and testing it, and we could see it later.
And she can always say, "Well, I didn't mean for this to happen. It just happened."
Right.
Right. So it wasn't it wasn't done, maliciously. It just happened. But I'm not the writer, so yeah.
No, I'm not either. Although I've tried to be. So let me see. The other part is this fashion show is coming up. And
Yes.
Quinn once again put out a sincere feeler to Steffi. And, you know how I feel about her.
Yes.
The character.
Right.
She only wants what other people don't have.
Right.
Or what other people have. So
she wants what she can't have.
And no one held a gun to her head when she was marrying Wyatt either. She didn't have to marry him. That's most of that is on her choices.
Right.
We can blame
absolutely.
Quinn for manipulating it, but she followed through.
Right.
And if you notice, Quinn did not put a stipulation on her helping. Steffi just assumed that she wants him back. She wants her back with Wyatt. She's just assuming, and she is just like, well, you and Wyatt are going to do what you and Wyatt are going to do. I just want you to help me out. She's been on the up and up, and I'm liking this part. Because there's a lot of drama in the art of redemption. And that's what she's trying to do. And Quinn, and no one is going to, other than Eric and possibly Katie, is going to let her try.
Right.
Which they're all selfish. Everybody deserves a chance to try. Whether they all come together and believe in it, that's another story.
Right.
But I just feel, and I never thought I would, I feel for her character. I feel for Rena's character. I feel she's actually trying.
I do too. I really think that she is, but I think that I think her insecurities and I think some things may flip her switch and she just may go in the wrong direction soon.
Yeah, I think she, like everyone else, they need love, support, and understanding, and I don't think she got that growing up. And she's only doing what she's been taught, to fight.
Right,
and,
to fight.
And she's at a point right now where she doesn't have to fight so much because she has someone in her corner that believes in her. And sometimes all it takes is one.
Just one voice.
Just one voice.
Just one voice.
So let me see, where are we now? Thomas is gone with Caroline. That's basically the main thing that's going on with B&B. So we're gonna go on to Young and the Restless right now. And remember, the number to call is 1-718-506-1540, and remember to press 1 so I can let you on. And I like to start off with Young and the Restless by saying that Miss Judith Chapman has been back, and she is taping.
Yes, I'm glad.
And from what I read on her, her website is that she first airs December 21st. Spreading some holiday cheer for Michael and Kevin. And I am so glad she's back. And I think she's glad she's back too. Because if you remember, she made some news back when about the show, because the time when Jill gave the mansion to Billy, and she knows that full well that Jill would never have done that. The character of Jill would never have done that. And she made she made some news. At the time, she thought that Gloria would never resurface. But I found in the article that Miss Sally Sussman is a big Gloria fan. And she's never written for her before, but Sally's always watched. So that was the new regime decision to bring her back. Just like it was to bring Tracy back on Tracy will be back on the 7th. And as Sally puts it, to clean up the Abbott mess. Tracy always knows how to put it together. She's probably going to be tired of all the mess with Phyllis and Jack and Billy and wants to move past it because the holiday's on its way.
Yes.
And the other thing I'm hoping with Judith's return, if I go back to her, that I hope she gets on Chloe's case badly. I hope she figures it out what she did.
I want to smack Chloe.
Oh, God.
Oh, Chloe, you little turd bird.
she's just awful, isn't she?
She is. She is such.
We're waiting. We're all waiting for her to pay for it.
Yes.
And she's got to be found out. And I'm surprised. I don't know how long they're going to wait for that, unless they're trying to build it up now. Maybe they're thinking about it. But I think Gloria's the type to get on Chloe's case, especially now that she's back in Kevin's life, supposedly.
Right, supposedly.
So let me see what else is good. Well, let's see. Well, Christian is out in the open.
Well, almost.
Yeah. With Adam gone, I hope he's not Adams. I hope, with new writers taking over, they can add their own little wrinkle in. Like Victor
okay.
was
I was going to say,
first.
but he is Adams. Okay.
Huh?
I see what you're saying. I was going to say, but he is Adams. But you're right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I hope. I really want him. See, I wanted Justin to be there if they were going to do it. And I just think that Mr. Pratt took a little too long.
Yes.
I think they took a little too long with it, and I would have liked to have seen Justin be part of it. And I thought we all thought it was going to happen sooner. But with him gone now, I don't know, and I don't know what, and we don't know what the future holds, if they're ever going to bring Adam back. We really don't know.
Right.
I know we have wishes that he does, but I still hang on to those episodes where Adam and Nick in the jail cell, and I thought it was a turning point, and I'd like it to keep turning.
Right.
I want that relationship. I don't want the conflict anymore. Since that, if those were two good shows. Well, it was in one show, right? And how he's stepping up for
episode.
Connor. Yeah, and how he's stepping up for Connor, Nicholas. I mean, I want that continue. And sort of, I'm on Victor's side there when he said to Chelsea. He says, "Well, what would Adam want?" And it sounds like Adam would want Nicholas to raise him.
Yeah.
Sounds like that was his wish in the first place. So who knows what can happen with new writers in? I mean, they can add a wrinkle in that saying that Victor got in there first. And Adam just turned it back the way it was. They could do writers can do a lot of fun stuff.
They sure can. Sometimes I
Yeah.
wish they'd hand me the pen and paper.
I know. I've tried that.
Let
tried
me
that myself,
fix this for you.
Well, for now, Nicholas is happy, and And Sharon's not so happy. Dylan wants her to commit herself. That way she avoids prosecution if it comes to that. And she doesn't want to because she's afraid of those places. With good reason.
Right. I don't blame her. She might get Patty as a roommate.
Yeah. Well, no, not if she goes to Fairview, because Patty's not at Fairview.
That's true.
What'd you think about the GC Buzz? How Hillary brought that out there?
Oh my gosh. Hillary is another one. I want to pinch her ears.
That's it?
No one. Well, I called the other one a turd bird, so.
Yeah.
I don't want to get us thrown off the air. Yeah. She was a little bit compassionate today in the U.S. yesterday for Canada. To Mariah about Sharon, but she's so full of hate.
Yeah, she is. She's over the top.
She is.
She just, I don't know who she hurt, and then Victor threatened a lawsuit.
Yes.
Again.
Again.
And it says, do anything you want to Sharon. She's fair game, but you leave Nicholas and Christian out of it.
Yes.
And, all right, now here's the big thing. This is the commotion that's going on. On Facebook, it says that Victor didn't seem too surprised when Chelsea brought that up to him.
But didn't Victor know?
Yeah,
you mean about
Victor
Christian
knew
being right?
About Christian being Sully, and
right. He knew.
He knew because he used that. He used that to get advantage over Adam for working at Newman until it didn't work anymore.
Right.
And they think that the main thing is, and I think what the commotion is that he was a lot more reserved than usual, and not surprising, and she doesn't know what to do. And Chelsea brought up a good point. If we keep silent, aren't we as bad as Sharon? And I go back and forth with this because I can't make up my mind. Chelsea's keeping a secret for her husband. And I think that's why she's torn up. She agrees with Victor, but she doesn't agree with Victor. She doesn't know which way to turn with it.
Right. Well, she has, the brother who she can physically see and see his pain and his anguish that he's going through, and she really can't do anything to fix it. You know, she's trying to comfort him and guide him, and then she really knows the truth. That baby really isn't his, and I don't know if the writers flip that to that he really is. That's part of why I can't celebrate Nick having Christian, because he really isn't his. He's going to get his heart broke again, and then who gets the baby?
Yeah, that's true. So I just want to. I don't know where to go with this one, because it has to be a good story if it keeps the audience on both sides of the fence.
Right.
So I know I'm torn. I'm a little bit torn. Because I don't know which way to go. Fortunately, Nikki has found a good way to go. If you saw it yesterday, oh my God. That was a free-for-all.
Those are great scenes.
Those are great scenes. They have fun with those scenes. And then the hard part is watching Dylan be so heartbroken.
Yes, the poor guy never had his own child.
Not yet. Anyway, I'm wondering if they fix it to where Sharon finds out she's pregnant.
Oh, Lord. That's the last thing she needs.
And we're I wonder. I just feel so bad for everyone. And you know what? I'm rooting for Sharon just like I was rooting for Quinn. She's got to find her way back. And even though Sharon Case, she enjoys being the object of disgust with the cast. Oh, who do we got? Hold on. We have a caller. Shall we bring her on?
Great. Sure.
How about? Okay. Hi, this is David of Take Two Radio Soaps and Review. Who am I talking to, please?
Hi. Hello?
Hi.
Hi, you're talking to Jessica.
Jessica? You're coming in a little faint.
I said, my name is Jessica. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. We're talking Young and the Restless. You got anything for us that you want to share? Jessica? Tam, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay. Oh.
Did we lose her?
I guess she probably got dialed wrong. She left me. Okay, we got another caller. Let's see who the. Hi, this is Take Two Radio Soaps and Review. You got David, Tamara, and Liz.
Hello.
Who are we speaking to?
Christine.
Hi.
Hey, Christine.
Hi. How are you guys?
Hi, you made it.
Barely.
Is everyone okay?
It's that time of year. Everyone gets sick. Everyone's got something going on right now. So I have one that was just a little bit off for the last few days, and I got one who's just an extremely grumpy child. So I just left him to Dad right now.
Oh, good. We're finishing up Young and the Restless, and you got anything you want to add?
Oh, you want to go there with
me? And
me?
then we're going to go on to GH.
Are you sure you want to go there with me with Y&R?
Sure.
Okay. So I have to say, I'm not a Chelsea fan right now because she's doing the exact same thing again. And then she talks down to Sharon. Sharon makes me mad, but I also felt sorry for Sharon because I do have that little bit of sympathy because she actually she was drugged and she was tricked, and it was a cruel trick to do that to somebody. But at the same time, I am mad with her because she should have just, as soon as she found out, she should have just told the truth. It may have even prevented Sage from dying.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think so.
Right.
So then, and I kind of I have to say, finally, a little bit of good writing in there, too, where they had Dylan tell Sharon, you stopped being the victim when you knew the truth. And he called her out on it. As for Dylan, I feel he's totally innocent in it. And I wish Nick would be a little more sympathetic to him because he is his brother.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like Nick is being a little hard on Dylan, and I'm not sure why.
I think Nick has some misplaced anger, to say the least.
Yeah, wait till he finds out what his father and Chelsea did.
Yeah.
You're going to see misplaced anger after that. That's going to be a ticking time bomb right there.
I'm just wondering how they're going to figure that out.
I know you guys are behind one episode, but I just want to mention something that I noticed that's happening. Nick is being, even though he's angry with Sharon, a few times now, he has not trashed Sharon to the kids. He hasn't done it with his father. He wants to move on from this. He's kind of speaking up for her. I wonder if this is preluding to something. Because I'm wondering if, I'm thinking, are you thinking what I'm thinking, David?
I'm thinking that maybe he knows. Do you think he knows that is Adam's child?
I don't know.
That's the other thing that I wanted to bring up before you came out. Why he's been so nice.
Yeah, but then is he trying to say, I don't know, because Sharon, it's Nick and Sharon again, and then not. We know Steve Burton's leaving, so we know. Are they going to put them back together? Is this going to happen before? I'm off the Nick and Chelsea thing right now because I know she's holding that secret too, and I don't think it's fair.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I'm not pushing for that anymore. I think that's because we know Adam's coming back anyway. So, and we know this time when Adam comes back, he's going to make claim to his child for sure. Because he's going to say, you know what, this is the third time he's died, I don't know. And he's come back from the dead, and it's going to be an interesting twist. The truth will come out, and Nick is going to be so angry with her. And that's when he might turn to Sharon.
That sounds very reasonable.
Do you think Travis is who he says he is?
I don't think he's Gabe.
No? Do you think he's someone else, possibly?
I'm not sure. I mean, well, Michelle was on today.
Okay.
And right near the end, that's where they saw each other.
Oh, yes. Okay, you guys, okay, I saw that yesterday. So I haven't seen my episode yet today. So I'm thinking a few things. You don't think he's Gabe? My sister's convinced he is.
I don't know. That's no, because well, Tam, what do you think?
Well, I thought it was possible that he is, but
I don't think so.
Maybe he's
But he took an interest in knowing who Christian was. That's what threw me.
Yeah, isn't that? I caught that too.
Like, do you not find that was kind of weird? Because he's like, oh. And then he's really, oh, you know what? And he keeps having this oil and water kind of thing going with Victor.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, because remember Victor, the history goes, Gabe's father committed suicide because of Victor, and he was angry with him. Adam used that to cover up his identity in the beginning when he came back. But Gabe was also angry with him. And then I kind of did find it weird. Why did Travis go and investigate the Newman family? And I go, that's kind of odd. Like, why would you just jump and investigate the family before you investigated the other board members first? That's my other little...
Yeah, that's a little trouble right there. I don't know. It does make you think a little bit.
And if you ever notice, then every time Travis is talking, like, okay, I'm sure you guys saw that scene with Abby, and then Victor came out, blah, 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 like that.
Yeah, he's saying you're not a Newman.
You're not a Newman, and that was the thing he said to him. And you can tell Travis was like PO'd after, and then him and Victoria. It's not going so well with him and Victoria because now we have Billy Boy Abbott interfering again, right?
Yep. And I think, could it possibly be that Billy brought Michelle down?
Oh, I didn't think about that. What do you think, Tam?
That's pretty good. Maybe he did. I didn't think of that either.
I know. Isn't it weird? He's such a snake.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what they have planned for him. Well, I know. How about you're a day ahead, right, Chris?
Yeah, I didn't watch today's episode yet because I have these little things running around here, but I didn't get to, and I'm actually very anxious to watch it because I want to see if there's any more. I feel like the writers are playing games with us a little bit.
They might. It's in transition.
I'm picking up on this thing where Nick talks. He's angry with Sharon, but he's defending her in a way. He goes, I don't want issues. Like what he says to Nikki. Don't make this harder than it has to be. Leave it alone. I'm asking you to stay out of it. But what does Nikki do? She goes over.
She goes over
and throw candy dishes and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And that right there was an indication to me, it sounds like a prelude to something. Then, of course, here's Victor with Sully. And what does he say to him? And we'll go to Paris. And Nick goes,
and we'll go to Paris.
Hello, not very subtle. If you don't want that, because Victor, the last thing he needs is a DNA test done.
Yeah. I caught that, and that seems to be the one buzz on Facebook that Victor made a Paris slip.
Like
and
subtle.
Everyone knows. It's a subtle point, and yeah, I think it is just because why he said it for Adam's benefit. I do think so. And when Nicholas says, well, why Paris, Dad? It just fits.
It's interesting. And in my opinion, I think Chelsea is going to get what's coming to her for keeping this secret. And I think she's going to know what it feels like to be blindsided. Because when it's all revealed what Chloe has done, she's going to be in total shock of what it means to be kept in the dark.
I think it's weighing on her.
I hope so.
I think at least she's torn up about it. Because in a way, I think, like I said, I think maybe in a way, Victor is right. What would Adam want? And he would want Nicholas to raise him.
Well, that's true too, because you know what Adam asked for Connor, right?
Mhm.
In return, although we haven't seen much of Connor. Yeah.
Okay, so let's. We lost Liz.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I hope she calls back. Okay. Till then, let's go on to GH. Okay, where are we? All right. Poor little Charlotte.
Oh my God.
She has more daughters than Carter has liver pills. Or more daddies. She has more daddies than Carter has liver pills. A poor child.
Boy, she went. I felt bad for Nathan. I felt bad for Griffin.
Who does that though? But I guess I see her point, because Valentine is this big, terrible guy who's totally hot, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
He is.
Is he as bad as all that?
And you know, and I really like you when you look at Charlotte, you're seeing that you know this is Valentine's child. But we're also liking that connection, that chemistry he has with Nina. I am anyway.
Off the charts.
Yep. The way he looked at her when he first aired, what was that, a week ago? 2 weeks ago, maybe?
Yep.
I was kind of like, oh, my God.
He's back.
And he is. And I see how people say how he's creepy, like how he walked up behind Anna, and he said, Anna Devane. And I'm dying to know what that connection is.
Oh, please don't be
too.
his mom.
I know.
Oh, jeez.
That would be so wrong. She can't be his mother.
Well, how is Charlotte's birth certificate 1992, Christine?
92.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, I can't stop saying that.
I missed that. You saw this? It's a 1992?
Yes.
Yes.
Charlotte?
Yes.
That would make her
24. But he's
frozen.
counting.
That's why, oh my gosh, that's why, because remember, what was it? Oh, are we allowed to discuss where we see spoilers and maybe not spoilers on your show? Where we read them? Can we name sites or no?
Go ahead, you can name the one where you found that.
So, I think, was it CDL, I think it was, that they claimed that she was born and then froze as a child or something? Charlotte was born and then froze.
They're suggesting it.
I don't.
Yeah, they're suggesting that that's a possibility, which, of course, it is a possibility.
Because it's the Cassadines. This is what they do.
Right.
Ugh. They need to.
Speaking of freezing, I still have to say it cracks me up that people justify this whole new Jason because he was frozen. Like, oh yeah, that happened to my friend when he was frozen for 2 years too. Like, how many people do we know is frozen?
That's right. I'm not going to hold my breath about Jason because maybe Jason really isn't Jason, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, that would be awesome. Clearly, he's not Jason that we knew.
Well, no.
No, but he's probably getting there.
I hope.
I'd like to hope anyway.
I guess we have to wait till that storyline unfolds a little bit more.
Yeah, because it's only been 2 years.
Yeah, it's only been. We have to wait and see.
We love the waiting game, don't we, Tamara?
Oh yeah. It's only been 2 years.
I'm gonna start counting my.
Only been 2 years. So it's for certain that you saw the birth certificate then?
Yes, I can send you a screenshot of it.
Yeah. Now, it does. If the spoiler or rumor or what they're suggesting is true, it wouldn't surprise me. But then Claudette's her. What? But how old is Claudette supposed to be?
I don't.
I assumed early 20s, but you know what happens when we assume.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know now. I mean, hopefully she's older than.
Well, she
Charlotte.
has to be older than Maxie.
She has to be older than Maxie. Yeah. Give or take.
But that also depends on how old Nathan is, too. But then they would be. I'm assuming Nathan is older than Maxie.
And then when do you think Charlotte? And do you think Claudette's her mother then?
I'm going to say yes, because in 1992, how old was Lulu then? There's no way. It wouldn't. The storyline wouldn't. It wouldn't be factual that way. I don't expect it to be, but still, because Lulu was Lulu not a teenager in the 90s?
I'm trying to think when she came on.
She was. That's when she had. I want to say in the 90s. That's when she did that whole messing around with Dylan kind of thing.
Okay. And Maxie was. They're basically around the same age.
Yeah.
Maxie and Lulu.
Are they, Tamara?
You know, are they gonna? I just thought that wouldn't pan out though. Is she? Are they going to go? This is out there. That she's really the child that Maxie aborted.
That was the next thought. You really have to stop reading my mind.
Oh, sorry.
The one that Maxie aborted?
Lulu. Remember Lulu, the big, because she slept with Dylan, and then she got pregnant. Remember, and then she decided that would really kick this up a notch because now.
And what pick it up?
Yeah, and now
you got to refresh my memory about back then.
How?
Because I can't recall everything, and I may not have been watching closely at that time.
Oh wow.
Well, didn't they rapidly age her to a teenager in the early, like around 2004, 2005?
That's when Lulu and they became teenagers?
Yes, I think they kind of rapidly aged her.
They did,
and
because because that's when Liz was getting married, remember? And when she came on scene, that was Julie Brenneman now. And I remember the scene, I just can't remember the year, where she said something, "Come on, little sister," or something like that. And then we had this new grown teenage Lulu.
I'm thinking that was around 2004, 2005, maybe 2005.
You know what? I think you're right.
Boy, if Charlotte's really 24.
But that wouldn't pan out to be Maxie's because, I mean, I don't know why I have Maxie on the brain. Lulu's, because that would have only been 11 years ago.
Then what about Nina, who was in the coma for 20 years?
Ooh, yes, she could be Nina.
Wouldn't that be a weird twist? Because the other time when I looked at this child, I go, wow, she has hair like Michelle Stafford in a weird way. And then I thought, could she be Nina's child? And Valentine, if he plays this game with Nina, oh my God, he's a dead man.
For sure. Oh my. Well, yeah, because Nina's easy. Excuse me. Nina's easier to comprehend because she was in a coma for 20, right? If I recall, 20 years. So let me see. And if she's supposed to be 24, God, I can't wait till they throw this one out.
It's
I'm
so
going to be up
all
night
feel
trying to
weird
figure
talking
this one
about
out.
it? I don't know. It's odd. But it could be Nina's child. I'm just going to hear me out for a second, because I think if we went with this, Valentine insists on pursuing Nina.
Yeah.
And I think he deliberately seeked her out the first time when they had their one-night stand.
Ooh.
And
you're good.
And maybe Auntie Liesel might know something about it because she's had her dealings with the Cassadines. She's a doctor, and she knows many things about Nina that Nina doesn't even know about herself.
Yeah. And I wonder if Valentine knew Madeline.
Oh, for sure. But why would they insist on keeping it from her?
Because Valentine's the meanest Cassadine ever.
But if he's having this soft spot for Nina, can she be that one person that just breaks him? Cassadine's in love. I don't know. It does something to them. It does. Look at Nick.
It does.
Yeah.
Poor Nick. Like, Nick has, oh my God. And then Alexis, oh Lord help us. Stefan, especially with Laura, Stavros, he's lost cause, but
now we're talking about Cassadines. I wish they'd bring Nick back, the character Nick.
Yeah.
I really wish they would or give us some inkling that he is alive, like give us something. But I don't think I want him with Ava.
If it was Nick.
1992. Wow.
It's creepy in a way.
Yeah, thanks, Tam.
You're welcome. I have to give special thanks to my buddy, Sharna. She's the one who sent that to me.
And do you notice on that birth certificate, too, how the doctor's name is written on there?
Let me see.
It's like
Bellamy?
old. Yeah, it's bothering me. Why does that name sound familiar? Unless I'm just.
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
But you notice, like, and the name is so legible. What doctor's handwriting is so legible like that?
I don't know. Not many.
So I think if Nina gets a hold of that birth certificate, let's throw that out there. If she starts putting things together, she's going to go research that doctor and say, you were the doctor that supposedly delivered this child.
Mhm.
She'll question it. That's why I think that doctor's name is so legible on there. I'm thinking that birth certificate is going to be a key to Nina if she clues in and figures things out, or if she hires Curtis to say, I have some issues, I need you to start figuring something out for me. Investigating. She gets a hold of that birth certificate and she starts researching the doctor.
Yeah.
It might give her the answer.
One way. That's one. Or could she be Anna's child?
Well, that's the thing. Anna is so close. Anna's treating Charlotte like a grandchild, like how she treats Emma.
Yeah.
She's bonded with her and she's coloring with her, and like when Charlotte threw the crayons that day, she's like, you're gonna pick those up and we're gonna, like, she's bonded with this child. There's something about that because he has a picture of her.
He has a picture of Anna, and Anna's got a huge gap when we don't know anything about her. So I wonder, and he actually does not like her, Valentine.
No, she hit a nerve with him and he told her to shut up. So is it kind of interesting how that went down?
Mhm.
It can't be the child they lost, her and Duke, because that wouldn't make sense, because then he can't be a Cassadine. Did she have an entanglement with? Did she ever have I don't think she's ever had a romantic connection with any Cassadine.
No, not that we know of anyway.
Yeah.
Or maybe at the time she didn't know. But it's true that he has her picture and he wants her taken care of. He's like last on her bucket list.
Yeah, unless it's that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he has like Nina had her Nina list. Maybe that's Valentine's list, and he has a reason that he's going after her for some reason. We just don't know yet. He's very insistent on bonding with his family. Good luck with that, though.
Yeah, it's intriguing. This part of the story is intriguing. So this could actually make the whole show for a while.
You're funny.
Yeah.
I would love to see Valentine, Anna, Alexis, Diane, and Nina have some really good material.
Oh, yeah.
It would be nice to see them strut it.
Mhm. It's kind of nice too how Nina and Carly have a connection, too.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see what happens. Like, if she develops a relationship with him, I don't know. There's major pros because we're seeing major chemistry between them. They could be, like, at the top of my list, like Finn and Hayden.
Oh, yeah. Anna and Valentine or Nina and Valentine.
Well, there's no way Anna was with his father, so we know that.
No.
Someone brought up a question, is Stavros really dead?
Wasn't he on ice too?
When are they not
With
on
Jason?
ice? They're like popsicles.
With Jason and Helena?
True.
They just come back more. They just come back more reanimated than usual. So
maybe Nick is on ice.
Could be. It would be nice to get him back.
Yes. We'll take him any way we can have him. If we can't have Tyler, bring back Nick Sable.
Yes.
I know you're on board, Tamara.
I know she's on board.
I'm up for it. He's my buddy. He's my pal. He's my friend.
Yes. It's so funny. My husband recorded The Bride of Chucky, and I see Nick Sable on my screen. I'm like, oh, my Lord.
I can't watch scary movies. Sorry, Nick. Loved you in the Beach Boys. Still love him, but anyway, I don't want to sound like some psycho fan, but
yeah, it would be nice to get him back.
Yeah.
If Tyler's not going to, I don't know what's happening.
It's dropping like the storyline because Nick is a pivotal character. He's connected to so many people.
Hopefully that they're reconstructing it. and bringing him on.
Yes.
So, okay. We haven't gotten Liz back yet. I emailed her, told her to come on back because we got days coming up.
I'm going to let you guys go because I hear some people
in the background.
Okay.
Oh, yes. They're giving their dad a hard time about bed right now. I can hear them. So it was great to chat.
Yes, it is. I'm so glad that we're able to make it.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome. It's one of my favorite things to do. And we will
see
talk
you next
soon.
Yep, next month. For
Definitely.
sure. I got to work on my computer, yeah. Taking a Thanksgiving break.
Let's see. Well, we already did Thanksgiving, but we can celebrate again. I don't care. Because I'm Canadian, see, we do it in October. But let's see how things unfold till next month.
Yep.
I'm kind of excited. I want to see how GH will pull off. I'm really following this Nina and Valentine Cassadine storyline, and I'm anxious to find out the truth about Charlotte for Y&R. I want to see. Oh, I forgot to ask you. Did they confirm Justin Hartley coming back in February?
No, there's no confirmation.
There's no confirmation. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen down the line with that whole story.
People are up in the air with that one. They want Adam back. Here's the thing. Justin is Justin said on a CNN interview that there's not enough time in the day. He'd love to, but he doesn't have the time right now.
Mhm. But I kind of like where he's going on This Is Us, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I'm not. I miss him. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
Welcome back. We lost you.
Yeah, it like my phone just went dead. It just disconnected. So I thought, well, I'll just listen to you guys, and as you get closer to days, then I'll call back in.
Okay. Yeah, we were just wrapping up with just talking about Justin Hartley. All that talk. Did you see the CNN live interview he did?
No.
Last week. Someone he was taking questions from Facebook, from CNN live entertainment, and one of the questions is, are you coming back to The Young and the Restless? And he answered it this way. There's not enough time in the day. As much as he'd like to, he can't right now.
Right.
It's too busy. He's too busy, and right now they're working on episode 10 of This Is Us, and they have 8 more to go. So, I guess not everyone listens to that one. You want me to send it to you guys? I have it.
Sure.
I'll send it to you. How do you want it? Facebook?
Facebook's fine for me. Thank you.
Facebook? Liz, would you like to see that interview?
Sure.
Okay.
Because at one time I did watch The Young and the Restless, but...
But you know who Justin Hartley is.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, then I'll send it. I'll send it to all of you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Christina, I hope to talk to you soon.
Yes, I'm going to go because I hear rumblings in my household. I need to get someone to bed because he's very grumpy now. Yes, I will definitely call next month.
Okay.
Okay?
We look forward to it.
Yes. Have a good night, guys.
You
okay,
too.
good night.
Good night.
Bye, Christine.
Bye.
Thank you. Good
Bye.
night.
Liz, we were waiting for Carolyn. We're hoping Carolyn comes in because she was stuck in traffic, and she asked if it was okay to put days last. I said, yeah, we'll keep it warm for you. So that's why we put it last.
Okay.
Okay, and I haven't heard from her yet. She's going to try. It's hard. There was an accident on her highway, and now she wasn't in it, but it's keeping her from. It's keeping her from moving. So she probably wants to go on safer ground, and not be in her car.
Right.
Okay, days of our lives. Take it, Liz. What's the most hideous thing you've seen in the past 2 weeks?
Teresa, having to, feeling that she has no other choice because that drug lord from Mexico wants her back. So she's pushing Brady away, and she's pushing, and she's willing to leave to go to Mexico to be with that guy, and basically leave Brady and Kate. And I think it's just, horrible. You know, I know that, I know that that she's got to be written off, but I think this is just horrible. It's gut wrenching. You know, I never thought I would like the character of Teresa, and it's awful. It's just awful.
It's awful that she has to go through that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead, honey. Go finish.
It's just horrible, and you know the fact that a mother would be willing to give up her child, and that nobody can do anything. That's what gets me. And I just don't like that nobody can do anything. That she's got to go and be with this guy. It's just awful.
Yeah, it's very heartbreaking. She's afraid to tell. She's afraid to tell Brady because Brady's the type who's going to confront Mateo, and she's afraid that he'll kill him.
Right.
And even Victor's afraid of him.
I know, and I just think, I mean, obviously it has to be written this way because, you know, General Lee's leaving, but it's like, you've got to be able to convince Brady, well, don't go after him, it's too dangerous. But it's just, it's devastating. Now, obviously, the door is open. I think she could come back. So there's that possibility. But it's nice to see Shane and Kimberly You know, that's one positive thing to come out of this. Shane and Kimberly are back, and you know, it's nice to see that you know, Shane and Steve, you know, kind of hooked up, and Shane, you know, wants to help Hope. That's the other gut wrenching thing is that storyline with Hope and with Andre. So that gets me as well. Of course, we know that Hope is the character of Hope is going to be staying on. So even though she's concerned about death penalty, I think she's going to be. I don't think she's going to.
When you think Justin can get her off,
or lethal injection or anything? What?
You think Justin can get her off?
I hope so. I don't think they're going to let her languish in jail. And I could be wrong, but I would hope they would not let her languish in jail. I mean, you saw what happened with Sammy when Sammy was almost executed. So I don't know. It's like, okay, somebody's turn to be in jail, and I guess it's Hope's turn. But it just that you know, you want Hope and Rafe to be together, and there's just always something coming between them.
Yeah, it is.
So. And you need a villain, and so we've got Andre. I'm just I would just love for there to you know, be some happiness all around. I mean, now Steve and Kayla has found their way back to each other, so that's good.
That's a good thing.
And you know, we've got the Orpheus and Clyde and Xander. They're gone for now.
They're out of the way.
At least
for
Xander
now.
for now and Clyde for now. So you know, it's this is tough for me to watch, and there are times where I have abandoned Days of Our Lives because the storylines were just, you know, they
don't go anywhere.
Like so horrible to me. I just couldn't watch it anymore, and I'm almost that way with because of this show. I'm sticking with it, but I'm almost that way with the Teresa storyline. I mean, what she's doing, you know, like ODing and stuff to drive that wedge, and I'm like, so I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. We got some good news. Now, what I heard, Abigail's back today.
And yeah, I did not see today's episode.
I didn't either, but I knew that was.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be today.
And how long is that going to take before they discover her? And it's really ticking me off that her mother, Laura. I used to love Laura Horton. I love that character.
Her grandmother,
when she was first on Days of Our Lives, it was you know, it was Susan Flannery. It was Laura Horton, and Laura was a wonderful character. And this one, I just want to slap her. I really do. The character, not the actress. Not the actress.
Right.
But I just want to slap her working with Andre like that. Oh.
And she doesn't like the DeMiras. Well, then, what do you think? Andre must have something on her.
I don't know, but how could she do that to her own daughter? Of course, what kind of a mother has she been to Jennifer? Not a very good one. Well, you know. So I guess I shouldn't put this past her, but the character of Laura has changed so much over the years, where she was a good person and then is kind of a shrew. And that's interesting because, like, the character of Julie, if you remember way back, Julie was kind of a shrew and is now the nice matriarch of the family. But I'm like, boy. So, shame on Laura. And I don't know what it is, and why she's working. We'll find out. But I hope that they discover that Laura was in on this. So it'll be interesting for the Chad and Abby reunion, and I hope it happens soon. I hope they don't drag it out. It kind of reminds me of the Dixie. And All My Children, when Dixie, people thought that I think they thought that she was dead, and when she came back, and she was just kind of watching people from afar. It's kind of gonna. I think it's going to be reminiscent of that storyline, where she's kind of just watching people and for a while. So we'll.
What do you like so far, Tam?
Well, I like seeing Kayla and Steve getting back together, but I'm today I saw I just started saying her name when I forgot. Abby. No. Yeah, the one, and she's wearing a hat and a black trench coat. Excuse me, and that's all you see of her looking in the window. And they were all over it. I think they were playing Xbox or something, some kind of a electronic game today. But
she wants to stay hidden for a reason, you think, for a while?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not sure why she's just hiding. I mean, I know she escaped, so maybe she's just trying to protect herself, so that if she, I don't know. But then I don't know. Sometimes with the day's writers, I don't know where a lot of the writers, I don't know where they're going. Like with Hope, I mean, okay, so how was Hope going to get out of this mess? Is the judge going to say it was a vigilante? We don't condone it, but we can't send her to prison for it. Or is it going to be a little technicality that gets her off? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
If what do they call that? Diminished capacity?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they might put her in a mental hospital instead of a prison. They could do that.
They could do that, yeah.
Yeah, the same one that Abby and Chase were in. Boy, and they've had a great success rate.
Mm-hmm. She said, remember Laura said that there was something wrong? Remember when she came on, she said that they misdiagnosed her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And remember that? And then said that basically that she had post-traumatic stress disorder, and that place is not equipped to handle that type of illness where she was. But they were giving her drugs anyway, but they have no clue on how to treat that. I remember.
Well, I just hope it all gets. I just hope these storylines, move along and
move along a little quicker.
So we're not hanging.
Well, we know one thing for sure about Days of Our Lives, that they reached 51 years this week.
Yep.
November the 9th. I think it was yesterday.
Yep, that was great.
8th or 9th, I remember. Oh, it seems just like yesterday they had all that celebration for their 50th.
Yep. Fortunately, it's still going strong.
Yep, we can knock on wood to keep watching.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over. It's sad watching Teresa go through what she's going through. It's gut-wrenching trying to watch Abby go through what she's go through, and hopefully she makes it back to Chad in time. JJ's got to confess his sin to Gabby.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget Chloe and the baby.
And you called that one. Liz, you called that one out. It was Daniel.
Yeah. My question is, did you see those flashbacks about that?
Yeah.
We know that didn't happen early on. Do you think they brought him back, the character of Daniel, to shoot those scenes?
They might have, yeah.
I'm thinking because Nicole's hair in the flashback scenes is the same as it is now. We all know that Nicole goes through a lot of different hairstyles. So I don't think she had that hairstyle when Daniel was alive. So I'm just wondering, because Daniel's hair was very different. It was short on the sides for the flashback scenes. And as we know, Daniel's hair was longer on the sides.
I think they brought him back. Yeah.
Yeah. To shoot the flashback.
So what exactly is the time period? So the thing is, Chloe, they had decided to have Chloe be the surrogate, but it failed the first time. And then after Daniel died, that's when Chloe went back.
Yes. And the clinic thought it didn't work the second time, but apparently it did.
Apparently. So, and she was this close to telling Nicole it was her baby.
Yep.
But she blew that when she brought Deimos with her.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see if Nicole finds out, because Days of Our Lives in the past, years and years and years ago, sometimes the child would be an adult before things like that were revealed. So it'll be interesting to see when this is revealed.
See how much time they got to reveal it.
Yeah, exactly. And I wonder when Eric's coming back. Any word on that?
No. But Sean is coming back. For Hope.
Aren't both Sean and Belle coming back?
Yeah,
or just Sean's coming
he is
back?
too. Belle is supposed, they've both been taping. So, Belle's coming back too. I'm not sure for how far apart they tape. It's pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, about.
Well, then it's like Claire fell off the face of the earth. We haven't seen her since
Since
I think it was like for Halloween, the Halloween thing, yeah. But it's almost like she kind of popped up and then disappeared again.
Oh yeah, I know. We haven't seen it. Now we got Joey. Joey and Jade are breaking up, but is there trouble? Do you think there's going to be trouble with that breakup?
I don't know. I hope not. I really don't care for Jade. Of course, she could turn into a character I could like, just like Teresa did, because I didn't care for Teresa.
Right.
And now, I feel bad, that she's going through what she's going through. So, I don't know. I'm not that impressed with the storylines of the young people. Not, and I compare it to like when Bo and Hope were young and Steve and Kayla were young.
Yeah.
I think of it and the storylines that they had. And I'm like, I just wish these the young ones would get better storylines, but
it's hard. I think it was a lot easier to write for the young people back in the day when we were starting out. I remember I started watching Days right when, let's say right when Maggie had that the surrogate father with Evan. And then they had Sarah.
Okay.
That's when I started watching. I remember Evan and his father Stuart. Stuart was the hospital administrator at the time. And Evan was probably either a young attorney. That's when I started. That's what I remember. And I remember Doug and Julie and Lee. So yeah, I've been watching on and off a long time. So my memory fades on some things.
Yeah.
When Stefano first came on, I remember that.
Oh yeah. So, but I must admit though there are some very compelling storylines now. It's just the one that's really devastating is the Teresa character because you've got the baby involved and
yeah, I know it. It's
I know it's just a story, but there's this rational part of me that's like, there's got to be a way. The Tio cannot be indestructible. With the ISA and all the resources behind the ISA, and no one can touch this guy? You've got to be kidding me.
I know, not even Victor. I don't know if it's him. I think his father, Mateo's father, he's the one that you can't touch, really. But now that, Mateo's being, what do they call that, reigned to take over for him.
Yeah. But you've got people like Eduardo that are trained assassins. It's just like somebody's got to be able to get to him. I mean, you can't say he's indestructible. Somebody's got to be able to get to him.
Someone has.
And that's, yeah. So, oh well, this too shall pass.
It shall pass. Tim, what's the saddest moment for you?
On all of them, or just are we just saying days? On days?
Yeah.
I'm
I agree with this Teresa storyline. Why couldn't you just take Mateo out? One shot, take him out. Why couldn't she just go to Victor? Why couldn't Victor make that happen? They can make everything else happen. I just felt like, gosh, of all the ways to write her out, it just...
To have her run.
To have her run. I mean, wow. It's just disappointing.
It's disappointing because no one can do anything. And I was surprised that Victor was too afraid to take care of it.
I mean, no one can do anything. People rise from the dead on that show all the time, but they can't get a thug. They can't take him out. Come on. Have Tony do it. Tony can do everything else.
That's true. Yeah.
So
it's just that does get me.
Not Tony. I mean Andre.
Andre.
Yeah.
Andre.
Yeah.
Have Andre do it.
It's just,
he's got his connections.
He does. It's just so sad to see her do this and no one help her. I mean,
well, you know what I'm all for, and we've had this discussion before. I'm all for, and of course they're doing it with Abby.
Right.
Okay, Jen Lilly is leaving. Just replace her. And remember they used to do it like the next day, and it'd be the part of Teresa is now being played by. Then
right.
you do it that way. Why? Just do that. What's the matter with that?
I know we should. I know if she wanted to leave, and remember, we knew months ago that she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
She made her intentions in May that she was going to.
Yeah. I mean,
so, I don't know.
Get another actress who looks similar and just replace them.
Right.
I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't see.
Oh, okay.
Do they think people won't accept it or what? It's not like what they did with Abby. Of course, they had her go away for a while, but I mean, even so, they used to do that all the time. How many Mike Hortons have we had? Laura Horton.
I know.
How many? We've had what? 2 Laura Hortons.
Right.
We've had about 3 or 4 Mike Hortons. Just
a couple. Well, it's something to ponder until the next episode, huh?
That's right.
Well, I'd like to thank both of you ladies for joining me tonight. I think we had a nice night.
We had a great night, yeah.
We had a great night. I wish you both a happy Thanksgiving because I'm going to have to take Thanksgiving off because my computer is acting up and it's not being very nice and it's not being successful. So hopefully by the time we come back in the second week in December, I'll be set.
Okay, great. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you all soon.
All right. Thanks, David.
Care.
Thank you.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit take2radio.com.